Winter. Good TV shows.
Don't stop. Go on.
And a reasonable monthly salary. Things that I never got to experience in life. And sadly, might never be able to. You know why? Because I live in the
Heavy rains triggered floods in several areas in Metro Manila on Wednesday morning, July 20.
As much as I love my country for its culture and its damn good food, outside of that, there really ain't much going on for you here. Everything else just sucks ass and balls. It has become a tradition at this point that the moment you find out you're born here, your first and only objective becomes escape the Philippines. Usually the first complaint most people have when it comes to third world countries is the heat. And the Philippines ain't no exception from that. It's bad enough that it's already hot even in the supposed cold months of the year, which is from September down to December. But it gets so much worse during the start of the year. In fact, at one point, it got so bad we were forced to go home midday during classes because the heat became dangerous for anyone to be staying on the campus in. Another complaint most people have when it comes to living in third world countries are the damn most entry-level you're offered here requires you to have a master's degree, 10 plus years of experience, 4 different Olympic gold medals, and superpowers. And you only get, what, around $140 at most per month, which makes sense to be honest. But in this economy, what will that even get you? A jar of pickles? I can't even buy a decent enough functioning computer with that amount of money, nor can I even ever afford to pay my monthly bills without having to sacrifice a part of my soul. We also can't forget to talk about just the physical state that these countries be suffering in. For reference, here's a picture of a road you'll see in first world countries. Pretty normal, right? And here are pictures of roads you'll commonly see here in the Philippines. It's filthy. Trash is just littered everywhere. In fact, just one simple Google search and you'll find that the Philippines is literally the highest contributor to plastic pollution in our oceans. Around 36% or some bullshit, I don't know. So many stray dogs wandering around the streets just abandoned by people, which results in bite cases, which also results in rabies. And the healthcare is damn expensive here too. Well, not as bad as the States, but for us broke people, it's too expensive. And it low-key depresses me knowing the government leaders of these countries can do so much, yet they don't. And instead, spend the money they earn from the people for their personal gains and other bullshit that won't benefit the country in any way whatsoever. This is literal robbery happening right in front of you. It just makes me sad to see how unequal life is in these countries. I mean, you see people struggling so hard in the slums, working their asses off, more locked in than the greedy assholes will ever be, yet they still earn less than the ones sitting in their thrones above. Safety is also another big concern among these countries. But honest to God, I'm pretty thankful I don't have to worry much about getting robbed or brutally de-skinned. I mean, don't get me wrong, those incidents still happen every now and then, except the de-skinned part, but not as often and rampant as those from countries like Venezuela or Afghanistan or Brazil. And I can't forget talking about living in a third world country without talking about how painfully ass and slow the internet connection in here is. Living in the Philippines and having a slow internet connection always go hand in hand. It's pretty much the side effect you're dealt with when you live here, man. A fucking combo piece, if you will. But you know what? Even with these massive flaws, I still love my country. You can never go wrong with Filipino food and all the beautiful tropical locations you're offered in this country. Seriously, if you have the money, come check out the Philippines, man. The people here are very happy, despite the circumstances they live in, and the diverse culture each islands have that composes the Philippines. It's just beautiful. It's just a shame knowing that most of these places are slowly getting destroyed by the people themselves polluting their own country. So is it more fun in the Philippines? Depends on which side of the stick you're on. If you're poor like me, if you're rich, yeah. In conclusion, just leave the Philippines.